Hi, welcome. It's a new first reaction video where I, Alex, that's my name, I think. I'm a singer, songwriter, musician, composer, I think. I listened to a full album front to back, give my first reactions on it, my opinions, first impressions. I would like to state up front, keep in mind, this is my first reaction, not necessarily my primary reaction. Sometimes I'll come to love an album the next day, even if I didn't feel strongly about it when I first listened to it. So keep in mind, this is just my initial, moments of songs. Today we're doing Let Love In by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I decided to go with this one instead of Tender Prey, and I don't remember why. So I'm going to trust my feelings on that. If I dig this one, maybe I'll go to Tender Prey. I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing this. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I just recorded my Tom Waits video, and now I'm recording this, and I'll be completely honest, I wasn't eager to do either of these albums because Tom Waits doesn't appeal to me as a musician, or should I say, I wasn't like eager to listen to his music, and I'm not eager to listen to Nick Cave either because they're not really my thing. It's a little too eccentric, kind of like, a degree farther than David Bowie, that kind of a idea. So I was just like, okay, it's like a Band-Aid, we're ripping it off, doing it. Listening to a Nick Cave album, Let Love In. I've heard one song off this album, Red Right Hand. I'm probably not going to be able to take the song very seriously because Dumb and Dumber. What can you do? I'm just going to envision an old lady stealing from Jim Carrey, but whatever. So let's just jump right in, guys. 48 minutes. Don't really know what kind of genre this is. Kind of like a gothic, post-punk thing. I don't know. Country in there too. Who's to say? Who's to say? Judging from the personnel on Wikipedia, a lot of interesting instruments on this album. So let's dive right in. Do you love me?
Chapel went jingle, jangle. Like I love you.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't even know you. It's a little gothic. I'd call this music cool, at least. Like I love you. Okay. Yeah, kind of what I was expecting. I don't have problems with it. I don't know how to describe how I feel about it, though. I think we're just going to keep trucking forward. We'll see how we feel later. Nobody's baby now. Dang.
I've searched the holy books, tried to unravel the mystery of Jesus Christ the Savior. I read the poets and the analysts.
It's great production.
She's nobody's baby now. Guess I love her still.
This is a pleasant surprise, actually. I was worried that this whole album was going to be... Which, if you watched my previous Tom Waits video I did before this, going into that, I was a little worried, too, that it was just going to be this gruff, jazz, bluesy thing. Oh, talking about the streets and what people do on the streets, and I'm so gross about it. But there were like some really heartfelt songs in there too, like really romantic and emotional songs, and it was like a breath of fresh air. And I'm really glad that's happening here, at least for one song, which I would expect. I'd expect that more from Nick Cave, honestly, than from Tom Waits. I don't know why I was super worried about it, but it's nice to have like that break, you know. So that's it.
Hers is the face I see when a certain mood moves in. And these are my many letters. Well, she's moving through me even now.
The song is legit. Not bad, not bad. So that makes me really curious to know what's coming next, because like I said, only song I've heard off this album is Red Right Hand, so it's like, what are the others? No idea what the others are going to be like. Loverman.
There's a devil waiting outside your door.
Red Right Hand stuff right here. This song is a little too much for me. This is a ridiculous song.
Your Loverman.
Not gonna lie, that outro is pretty sick, but wow. I don't have any words for that song. Also, there's too much nipple on this album cover. Not okay with it. Jangling Jack.
Jangling Jack goes yakety yak. Jack pushes through the door and he crosses the floor. Tips his hat to a man grinning in the corn. Going do-da-do, going do-da-do. Says I'm Jangling Jack, I go do-da-do. Oh yakety yak, whips out a little black pistol, shoots a bullet in Jack. Jangling Jack, do-da-do.
I'm getting White Light, White Heat flashbacks, just like this. I just feel like helpless, lost and alone.
Jangling Jack, I do-da-do. Jack is shouting, mommy, 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 is that you? Falls back down on his ass in a bottle of blood. Going goodbye, mommy, goodbye, Jangling Jack, I do-da-do.
I feel like I just got like, you know, those like Mio, like the little flavor enhancer things, like you squirt like 1 or 2 drops, squeezes into like your glass of water. It's like, oh, it tastes like sweet tea now. I feel like I got that, but it's like Velvet Underground, White Light, White Heat, some Swans is in there too. And it's just like for under 3 minutes, and it's just like, okay, I can't take this intravenously, guys. That was madness. But I respect it. Red Right Hand, Dumb and Dumber is going to make me just not take this song seriously, but
Take a little walk to the edge of town and go across the track. Man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand.
I just can't not see Jim Carrey in a cowboy hat right now. It's an interesting bit of the song you don't hear from just hearing the song in movies. You know, it actually is a pretty legit song, all things considered. I actually like the guitar in it. That's like doom, doom. You can hear it just ever so slightly. Dun, 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 dun. You can just hear it like just kind of ever so slightly in the background there. I like that. I like turtles. All right. I Let Love In. The title of this album is Let Love In. And Nick Cave is admitting that he did let love in. What's it all about? Okay, this is a stretch, I know. I just wanna compare real quick. Okay, so listen to the beginning of this. And listen to this. It's just like it's like what is it, like 6 notes. Da 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 da. Similarity, but for some reason, just instantly Morrowind theme. Sorry. I'll get back to the music. Not bad. Not a big fan of it, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Yes, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks left. Thirsty Dog. At least it's not a rain dog, right? What you got?
I know you heard it all before. I'm sorry for this 3-year war, but they're setting up our camps and wiring trenches. Don't worry, love's always having to say you're sorry. You're sorry, I'm the thirsty dog.
These songs have a lot of energy, which is why I think I like, as far as like personal taste goes, I think Nobody's Baby Now is probably my favorite so far off this album, just because I got to see like that change of pace. But it's like, Do You Love Me and Red Right Hand and I Let Love In to an extent. It's like there's good stuff there, but I like to see that slower side of Nick Cave because I think it's really interesting to see the more. Same with David Bowie. Like when David Bowie does a slower song like Heroes versus, whatever else it might be that's a little more energetic or intense, whatever the word might be. I vibe with that more. So I like to see these eccentric personalities do slower, more intimate things. But on the same token, there's a lot of production stuff happening here that I really like, or admire, I guess. I don't vibe with it a ton. I vibe with it a little bit. But let's truck forward. Ain't Gonna Rain Anymore.
Once there came a storm in the form of a girl, and it ain't gonna rain anymore. Now my baby's gone. Here I am on my own. Baby has gone.
That's a song I respected. There's a lot of things in there that I appreciated. Like the production is really good. There's just post-punk ethos happening on this album. But it's not overt, and it's not super reverby. It's very immediate and close, kind of visceral. So there's like this balance happening between like this post-punk and I don't even know what genre you would call this. It's kind of rock. There's definitely this goth rock aspect to it. Yeah, it's fascinating. 2 tracks left, guys. We can do this. Lay me low. Lay me low.
They're gonna lay me low. Lay me low. And my friends will give up the fight. Final bow, make a stand, take my hand and blow it all I have. They'll bang a big old gun. If you wanna be my friend and you wanna repent, lay me low, lay me low, lay me low.
Ooh. You see, these songs are like so intense that like I can't, like Nobody's Baby Now is the only one so far where I've been like, okay. Granted, this is my second recording I've done in a row, so I've been recording for almost 2 hours. So I'm a little like fatigued. But I knew it's like, doesn't matter which one I do first. Like the second one's going to be harder. Because I know that both of these guys are kind of like high intensity or like very eccentric. But as far as that one goes, the intensity kind of worked in its favor, and it was more of like an emotional delivery in the intensity. Again, still good production. Good production. So we're on the last song. Do You Love Me Part 2. Another 6-minute epic. How are we going to finish this off, dude?
I go when no man before, and the coins in my pocket go jingle, jangle. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?
That is it. Let Love In is all done. Ugh. This is a hard one. This is a hard one to wrap my head around. There's a lot of things about it I really respect. Production is really good. I like a lot of the instrument choices and the compositions here. Interestingly enough, I think Nobody's Baby Now is probably my favorite, just because of like how surprising it was. But there's a lot of things I really respect about this album. Like Jangling Jack is insane. Red Right Hand is pretty solid. I Let Love In, interesting. Ain't Gonna Rain No More and Lay Me Low are pretty intense, at least for how I listen to them. But there's a lot in the songwriting there that I really like. As far as Do You Love Me Part 1 and 2, just kind of, not really my thing. But wow, what an interesting album. I think it's pretty good. Again, not quite my thing. I'm torn as to whether or not I should try Tender Prey, though, which is chronologically prior to this, actually. I don't know, but what a wild ride. What a wild ride. So yeah, comment below. Let me know what you think of this album, what you think I should do next. Subscribe if you want to partake in the hangout streams I do, where people just kind of come in and talk, and I play music, do some individual song reactions occasionally, do like Q&A, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not sure what albums I'll be doing next is the thing. I want to kind of go back to like my like primary home base, my territory, stuff like dream pop, a little more accessible stuff, because it's pretty brutal, yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all later.